So thanks for doing it, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, anytime.
Yes. What sort of inspired you to start doing music?
So I've been quite music orientated my whole entire life. Back in high school, I picked up the drums, and was in a band for a short period of time with there. So I think my passion for music sort of stemmed from my younger years initially. I've produced music as Eden's Majesty now for probably about 8, maybe 9 years. But it's only probably the past year that I've sort of leaned into the dance music genre, which I am really enjoying.
Yeah, that was there's some bangers. I like that's needed me's a banger. I love it. I
Yeah.
didn't actually know if you were a DJ or do you just make the music?
Yeah, so I purely just make it. I don't have a clue how to use turntables, anything like that. So I'm just pretty much producing it all from scratch on the computer, like using samples and stuff.
Yeah, I'm DJing on Saturday, so I'll play one of these songs when I'm DJing.
Oh, thank you.
I'm doing
Thank
like
you very
there's
much.
like a booze bus thing, and I'm doing the after
Oh,
party. So when they finish up, I'm doing the after party. So everyone will be well drunk by then. Anyway, if I remember, if I'm not drunk myself, I'll get a video when I play it, and hopefully like there'll be people
yeah,
dancing.
yeah, no, that'd
But
be
I
amazing.
might be
Thank you
drunk by
very
that point, so I
much.
can't promise anything. Who've been sort of your biggest inspirations for your music?
So to be fair, I like a really wide range of music, but in terms of what I'm producing currently, it's artists like Yaman Kadzi, Elvin UK, M94, which are again just other house music artists who do have quite a big following on YouTube. I've always like leaned into that genre anyway in terms of what I like to listen to. But I don't know, there was just something about that music that just sort of inspired me to want to start doing it myself and putting my own spin on things.
What other genres have you done? Have you just done that? Because you said you've done other stuff as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so a few years ago I've produced like R&B type of songs with
Oh,
weekend
R&B.
like influence from like The Weekend and stuff like that. But I was in a rock band for quite a short period of time. But yeah, so all of my drumming is very much rock influenced, but I try and switch it up a little bit in terms of what I'm producing.
Ah, cool. So what drew you to just get into the dance music now then? Why did that become your thing?
I think I think a lot of my trying to do a bit of self-expression. There's only so much I can get out of my system on a drum kit. And I like to put a sort of positive spin on things, and a lot of the sort of emotions that I'm feeling when I'm making the music, I'm putting into that, which can sometimes, I guess, be overwhelming emotions, sometimes negative emotions. So I like to just put a bit of an upbeat spin on it, something that everyone can have a bit of a party to and actually enjoy. So it just puts a little positive spin on things.
Do you find it difficult doing like so many different things?
To be honest, no, because I'm really passionate about it.
Yeah.
I find my head is always in 100 different places anyway, so it's always pottering around on a little bit of everything.
Yeah. How would you if you had to describe your sound to someone hearing it for the first time, how would you describe it?
Maybe like dark house music, I'd say. Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd
like
go.
quite dark, moody dance music.
That's good. Do you produce and mix everything yourself then?
Pretty much, yeah. So it's all I'll find samples, so I'll use vocal samples from songs that I enjoy listening to, but maybe I just want to put my own little spin on them. But in terms of finding the samples, sometimes it can take me days to get the exact sound that I'm looking for, but I just stay on it until I find what gives me that feeling, and I'm just like, right, this is
Yeah.
what we need to use.
I always wonder out with the samples. So I'm assuming you've just got to listen to loads and loads of stuff until you find something that clicked.
Yeah, yeah. So it's I've got say I know recently, especially as I've been doing it over the past year, I've sort of been leaning into more more of the sound that I'd like Eden's Majesty to go into. So thankfully it sort of does wind down a little bit, the sort of amount of samples that I'm looking through, because these days I know what I'm looking for. It's just pinning down the exact ones that I want to use.
Yeah. Why the name Eden Majesty, by the way? What's that?
So my surname is Eden anyway. And in all honesty, it's been so long now, I can't remember the full origin of it, but there is something telling me that has probably been like my online username for something at some point. And I've just taken that and stuck with it.
Yeah. What do you think's been the biggest challenge so far with like getting your music out there and stuff?
Think from the start, I sort of had zero followers on YouTube, absolutely nothing, and I just thought, you know what, I want to upload it because I just want to share what I've created with other people. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, and it's not for them, totally understandable. Just trying to express what I've got going on. But over time, I think sharing it with friends, speaking to people like yourself, and just trying to get as much as possible has helped me create quite a small but a nice following, considering it started from nothing.
Well, it's hard. It takes time, doesn't it, getting the following and stuff.
Yeah, it does, and it's even harder from a production standpoint, 'cause it's not really like I can personally go and play any live shows, for instance, because the music's already there. So I can't just go, I'd just sort of be there like,
Yeah, I do think that. How would you'd have to sort of maybe, I don't know, befriend a DJ that would play music and stuff. I don't know.
yeah, so I think, to be honest, that's the direction that I am sort of heading in. So it would be to collaborate with different artists and sort of put my sound on their work. And again, to speak to people who maybe want to add it to their playlists and get it out there at their own events and stuff like that.
Oh, so what do you think makes a good dance track?
Honest, I'd say that's a really good question, because the genre as a whole is very broad. But I'd say anything that gives you that feeling where you're like, come on, let's get up, let's go. We need to just have a little dance now and get it out of our system. I think that's how you know that you've got something good with
Yeah, I
it.
agree. I love like I used to love a rave, so it's always that. It was always the build to it I loved, and then when it went in, it was great.
Yeah, and I think over when I first started, I was just sort of winging it in terms of how I'd build the song. But over time, I'm now learning better times like hold the tension, when to release it and to let everything go in the song, how to build it up. And yeah, I think that does again work to make a good house song, when you've got that tension there that you really want it to drop.
Yeah, how do you want people to feel when they come away from you listening to your music?
Happy, I suppose. Hopefully happy if they can relate to the feelings that I feel when I've been creating the song and when I listen to the song, then that ideally would be the best thing.
Ah, cool. Is there any sort of dream? Who would be the dream collaborator if you did get to that bit? Then, if you wanted to, who'd be the dream?
Well, that's a very good question. In all honesty, I would probably say Yaman Kadzi. It would be great to get on a mix with him and both of us to throw our sounds on there and see what happens.
Is your music on Spotify, by the way? I couldn't find it on Spotify.
So it was on Spotify. I removed some of it because I wanted to sort of rework
Yeah.
some of it, because it was back from my earlier on in the year. But the hopes are that I'll be able to get things back on Spotify. And I'm hoping to have an album by the end of the year. So ideally, we'll get that on Spotify as well.
Ah, cool. It's just because when I post the video, I obviously post one of your songs as well, but I normally add it to a playlist that I've got as well, but I obviously can't do that. It's just on Spotify. But we'll figure
Yeah,
something out with that. We'll because I normally
great.
pay to boost it as well as a thank you for doing the chat and stuff, so it
Yeah.
reaches a bit further and things. But we'll figure something out. Even when if you
Okay.
do put your music on Spotify, just let me know and I'll just post a song from that anyway.
No, that's
Um,
perfect. Thank you.
what's next for you then?
To be honest, just to keep on going. My aim for all of this isn't necessarily to get big or to get famous. It's purely just to have a way to express myself. With me being very musical minded, I'm not very artistic in any other way. So that pretty much is my way of self-expression. So if people keep on listening to it, then that would be great. As far as I know so far, I'm just going to keep on pushing out the songs as and when I've got the feeling to do so. And yeah, I hope it just continues gradually going up.
Ah, that's cool. That's cool. That was good. That's it, really. Just a little chat like that, and then that's the end of it. That was good. I enjoyed chatting to you. It's good. It's good to chat to someone like you who's not really like doing the band thing and the sing, but you're just producing the music. I like to hear that side of it. It's good.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you very much. Yeah, hope I've made sense in what I've said.
Yeah.